One of the biggest clash in English football, Manchester United versus Chelsea. Two Premier League giants, two massive fan base, and a rivalry that never disappoints. Chelsea are looking to prove their progress under Enzo Maresca, while Manchester United desperately need points to steady their season. This game could be a momentum for both clubs going forward. This video will break down Chelsea team news. Manchester United versus Chelsea combined 11. My predicted Chelsea 11. Tactical battle, where and how the game can be won. And my score prediction. So, let's dive into the preview between Manchester United versus Chelsea. Both Manchester United and Chelsea are going into this game from the back of 4 Premier League matches played already. Manchester United have won 1, drew 1, and lost 2. Manchester United only win this season have come at Old Trafford against Burnley when they defeated Burnley by 3-2. They lost their opening EPL game against Arsenal at Old Trafford and went away to draw 1-1 with Fulham Football Club. And last week, they lost to their neighbour, Manchester City. Chelsea, on the other hand, played a goalless draw at Stamford Bridge with Crystal Palace in their opening EPL game and travelled to West Ham United to defeat West Ham by 5-1. A return to Stamford Bridge saw Chelsea defeat Fulham by 2-0. And last weekend, Chelsea played 2-2 draw at the Brentford Community Stadium against Brentford. Chelsea going into this game currently sit 5th on the EPL standing, while Manchester United sits 14th. But Manchester United, with Ruben Amorim as the head coach, have been under serious pressure, with all the statistics on the negative against Ruben Amorim since taking charge as the head coach of Manchester United. Report have it that Ruben Amorim have won just 8 Premier League matches in charge of Manchester United, the worst record of any Manchester United manager since World War II. And as such, Chelsea will be travelling to Old Trafford looking to compound the problem of Ruben Amorim. Report have it that Ruben Amorim have been given 3 games to secure his job. Else, he will be sacked as Manchester United manager. Chelsea, on the other hand, over the midweek, played their opening UEFA Champions League game against FC Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena, and Chelsea lost that game by 3-1. All thanks to defensive blunder, which Bayern Munich actually capitalized on and got all 3 goals. Chelsea defense line were looking very shaky in that encounter, and after that match, this is what Enzo Maresca have to say. You cannot make mistake in the way we did, but it's a game that I think we can learn a lot from and build something special from this defeat. Absolutely. We made silly mistakes in that Bayern Munich game. And like the manager said, we have learned from that game. And all Chelsea want to see is how Enzo Maresca will correct that mistake going into this game against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Even though it's a very difficult ground for Chelsea to actually go and play football, because the last time Chelsea defeated Manchester United at Old Trafford was in May 2013, and that was under Sir Alex Ferguson. The last defeat Sir Alex Ferguson had against Chelsea before he called it quits from football in May 2013. So, Chelsea will be looking to go to Old Trafford to pick all 3 points against Ruben Amorim, who have been under pressure from last season till date. So, Chelsea's squad available for this game are all fully fit, with the exception of Levi Colwill and Dario Sugo, who have been out injured. Benoit Badiashile and Romeo Lavia have all returned to Chelsea training and are fully fit and available for selection. While Manchester United, on the other hand, also have every player available except Lisandro Martinez, Matheus Cunha, and Diego Dalot, who are out injured. So, Chelsea have available squad going into this game for Enzo Maresca to make a very good selection as to correct that mistake that happened in the game against Bayern Munich during our Champions League game. So, looking at Manchester United versus Chelsea, this will be my combined 11 for Manchester United versus Chelsea. In goal, Robert Sanchez. The full-backs will be Marc Cucurella and Reece James. The centre-backs will be Trevor Chalobah and Matheus de Ligt. The 3 attacking midfield will be Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, and Moses Caicedo. while the three attacking up front will be Pedro Neto playing the left wing, Brian Mbeumo playing the right wing, and Joao Pedro up front in a 4-3-3 formation. Chelsea versus Manchester United combined 11. Since only two Manchester United players makes the combined 11. And this is my honest selection when it comes to Chelsea and Manchester United combined 11. Looking at Manchester United's squad, in every department, I think Chelsea have the edge. Reece James, playing as a right back, it's 100%, in my opinion, doing much better than Mazzori. I think Chelsea have only been shaky in the defense line with Tosin Adarabioyo, and that is why the lead is much preferred to take that position than Tosin Adarabioyo. And Trevor Chalobah prefer over Yero. And left back, of course, Marc Cucurella, arguably the best currently in the Premier League, better than Luke Shaw. In the midfield trio is Enzo Fernandez, Moses Caicedo, and Cole Palmer playing as the number 10. And up front, Pedro Neto, Joao Pedro, who is currently far better off than Benjamin Sesko. And Brian Mbeumo gets the nod, going by the statistics and his form currently so far. He has actually been showing what he did last time with Brentford. But currently, the team generally has been in a mess. So this is my combined 11 for Manchester United versus Chelsea. Okay, now let's take a look at my predicted 11 for Chelsea that will take on Manchester United at Old Trafford tomorrow. This is my predicted 11 against Manchester United. In goal, Robert Sanchez. Right back, I'll go. The full back will be Reece James and Marc Cucurella. Centre backs will be Tosin Adarabioyo and George Achampong. In my selection, I will drop Tosin Adarabioyo. The two-seated defensive midfield will be Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo. The attacking trio will be, the left wing will be Pedro Neto. The central attacking midfield will be Cole Palmer. And right wing, I will go with Gustavo William. Up front will be Joao Pedro. So, if you look at my starting 11, I prefer Reece James to start ahead of Malo Gusto. And also, I preferred George Achampong to actually get the nod and start ahead of Tosin Adarabioyo. George Achampong is one defender that Chelsea have actually tried at that centre back, even though he's a full back, he plays as a right back. And Chelsea have played George Achampong in our opening game against Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. And he did excellently well. Noticeable, George Achampong was excellent in that game with no mistakes. And as such, in my predicted 11, I will prefer George Achampong to actually take the nod. Now, going into this game, definitely Manchester United will come in their traditional 3-4-3 formation, and I know they will be open to sit deep and let Chelsea have the ball, but will be relying on the pace of Brian Mbeumo and Patrick Dogu to actually counter Chelsea. But this is the thing. Chelsea will approach the game traditionally in the midfield. Manchester United will be looking to play on counter because they have the pace, relying on the pace of Brian Mbeumo and Patrick Dogu to always do that. Now, if you look at the game, the star players to watch in this game will be Cole Palmer, Moses Caicedo, and Gustavo William. And up front, Joao Pedro. These are the key players to watch in Old Trafford tomorrow in that clash. Joao Pedro have these things against Manchester United. Whenever I faced Manchester United when he was at Brighton, be rest assured that Joao Pedro is definitely going to score. And that has been his record against Manchester United. So we look forward to that tomorrow, knowing fully well that Chelsea are coming with an improved squad compared to what we have going to Old Trafford last season. And this season, Chelsea have actually made some couple of good signings, and that have actually improved the squad. The only place Chelsea is having a little bit of problem, which was what cost us the game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, is the centre backs. With the full backs, Chelsea don't have problem, is the centre backs. And Tosin Adarabioyo has not been at his best in the last two games. Talking about the game against Brentford and the game against FC Bayern Munich. So, going into this game, I'll prefer George Achampong to start. And with the presence of Moses Caicedo, who will be at the heart of Chelsea defensive midfield, giving that desired shield to the defense line and also the cover of attack to Chelsea attacking up front. I think it's going to be an interesting game to watch with plenty of end-to-end football. While Manchester United will be relying more on counter play, Chelsea will be the one to possess the game and take it to Manchester United with Cole Palmer, who might just be having that key to break the defense line of Manchester United and get the desired goal. So, score prediction. There's no doubt that Manchester United versus Chelsea at Old Trafford for the past 12 years the result have not been favorable. Chelsea have not defeated Manchester United for the past 12 years at Old Trafford. But going into this game, I think Chelsea have the edge. The statistics, the odds, all favors Chelsea going into this game. And I want to believe that Enzo Maresca, like he said after that Bayern Munich game, we have learned a lot, and it is always good to learn something when you have missed it. So Chelsea going into this game will be going with high confidence and also to get all 3 points. I say a 2-1 win for Chelsea over Manchester United. Chelsea will get all 3 points. I see a 2-1 win. What will be your score prediction? Drop it down below. And also, Manchester United versus Chelsea combined 11. And my Chelsea predicted 11 for the game against Manchester United. What will be your own combined 11? Who will make your Manchester United versus Chelsea combined 11? And who will be in your Chelsea squad? Drop your comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.